And now, please welcome your first fighter to the red corner, Marcos Nardini.
Coming to the ring now, Marcos Nardini, an interesting guy. Born in Brazil, has lived in America, has lived in New Zealand, currently resides and trains in Scotland, and a very dangerous fighter, and obviously an expert in BJJ as well. Not maybe your typical MMA fighter.
No, definitely not. Speaking to him upstairs a little bit, he was so relaxed, chatting with Brett Freeman, chatting with us. Just seems very easygoing, and of course being parachuted into this lightweight title shot after the injury to Miles Price.
Yeah, apparently his manager was asked, he was asked, they accepted within minutes really. They just thought this was a great opportunity to fight in front of the Belfast fans, and why not?
It's a great opportunity. Storm and Norman Parke obviously would be, everybody's disappointed that Miles Price pulled out and had to pull out through the injury, but if you couldn't really pick a better replacement here than Marcos Nardini.
No, absolutely not. And I also asked him if, you know, he was to make it real big time in MMA and he could drive or buy any car that he wanted. He didn't opt for what you might expect. He said, oh, I want a 1970s Mustang, a good old American muscle car.
Well, he certainly looks the part. I'm looking forward to a good fight for him. It's always nice to see a fighter give a polite nod to his commentary team as well.
And please welcome his opponent to the blue corner, Norman Parke.
Well, listen to the crowd now for storming Norman Parke. And we cannot wait to see him. He was last year's Irish Fighter of the Year, and because he's so exciting, he brings so many fans with him. His style is exciting, and do you know what? He's got to be one of the nicest guys to talk to out of the cage and behind the scenes. Always has time for people. Just a real gentleman.
Yeah, I was trying to sneak by him earlier. He was in one of the back rooms, in one of the green rooms here. He obviously arrived a lot earlier than everybody else. He doesn't have to, but I was trying to slip by him while he was having a little sleep on top of his sports bag, but he opened half an eyelid and sat up immediately, and we had a chat about old times and about him leg locking me a couple of years back. So
oh, he's beaten all the greats, Barry. But it's been 14 months. It has been 14 months since he's fought competitively.
Well, you know, I think maybe Norman Parke might have preferred to have had one fight, maybe not near the island, maybe over in England or something like that. I'm not going to go and say a fight he would definitely win, but maybe just a fight to knock the rust off.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Norman, just a great lad, excited to fight here, and he's fighting for the Cage Contender lightweight title.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is for the vacant Cage Contender lightweight championship. Introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a record of 14 wins, 2 losses. He weighed in at 69.6 kilograms. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. Fighting out of Bushmills, storming Norman Parke. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss. He weighed at 69.85 kilograms. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. Fighting out of Scotland, Marcos Nardini. And when the action begins, the referee in charge is David Jones.
Dave Jones taking charge of this title fight. Norman in the tight black shorts and blue in his hair.
Interesting hairstyle as always from Norman.
From a Nardini point of view, what should he be looking to do at this stage, as Parke is pushing forward and throwing more shots?
Well, I think what he's really looking to, what Nardini is waiting for, is for Parke to come on to him a little bit, commit to maybe a couple of shots that he shouldn't do, and drop down for a takedown. I just get that impression from him. But that being said, he hasn't tried to do it. He had 1 takedown attempt in the first. Geez, could we even call it a takedown attempt? It wasn't even that much. I get that. But it was 1 attempt to drop down. But
right, well, here we go. Straight into the second round.
Norman Parke has just dictated everything. So
yeah, Nardini, there he is,
straight away.
Similar to the first round. Parke not worried by that. Nardini throwing, but Parke Really pushing forward, pressing the action. Nardini, that's a much
Looks
better
for a
attempt.
single.
And
Good
Parke just
defense
pushes
from
him off.
Norman Parke, and Norman Parke happy to stay up and land some shots to the legs.
Yeah.
Nardini straight to his feet.
Nardini, a lot more urgent at the start of round 2.
Parke 2.
Another good kick.
That one hurt Nardini that
Yeah,
time. That
you
inside kick can be really hard, really terrible from a southpaw.
That's another good left hand landed. Nardini backing off.
And again, those first 2 takedown attempts stuffed. That can be really hard for a guy like Nardini. He's like, okay, this is the second time I've had this stuffed.
Yeah,
I've got to be really reticent about. Yeah, he's got to be really reticent about shooting in again. Again, that straight left doing a lot of damage down the middle for Norman Parke.
And just chipping away with those kicks as well. He is mixing it up, Parke, on his attacks. Whether it's jab, overhand, left, inside kick, high kick.
I wonder did this corner say exactly what I said early on as well.
Oh, there we go, though.
Oh, good takedown defense
Parke's
again.
strength is phenomenal. Can Nardini secure this? No, he can't. But that will give Nardini a little bit of heart that he at least got his arms on Parke, although it wasn't for long.
Yeah, good takedown defense from Norman Parke, but a good shot that time by Nardini. He just needs to make sure he finishes those when he gets them. He's not going to get too many opportunities to do it. I was just saying, I wonder did...
Just clips him again with the right, goes for the body this time.
I wonder did Norman Parke's corner say exactly what I said and say stop going to the head with the head kick, go to the legs. You know, you're getting good effect there. You're just hitting the arms with the head kicks.
Norman and now backing him into the cage. Will Norman press forward? No, just steps off again.
Boom, straight punches again.
Yeah, I mean this.
A very good job.
Pretty much Nardini's getting beaten up on the feet.
Yeah, but you know, once he's missed those 2 takedown attempts, you know, spent a lot of energy. Sorry, 3 takedown attempts now this round. Spent a lot of energy doing that. He's going to make sure that he can really, when he goes for his next one, you know, he's going to be thinking, well, this guy's got good strength, good takedown defense.
But it's Nardini's only chance, surely, that he's got to just duck under when Parke throws the left and hope to connect. Grab the legs, take him down, and take it from there. Because right now, this is a boxing match that's only going one way.
See, the problem is that Norman Parke is not committing, and Marcus Nardini is not enough of a threat on his feet for Norman Parke to have to throw several punches at a time.
Well, you've got to say this is, at the moment, a superb performance by Parke, because it is exactly that. He's doing precisely what he's needed to do without putting himself in risk.
Exactly. He's just able to stand off.
There's another
a couple of shots at a time. That time the left hand going straight through again. Yeah, you know, I mean, if Marcus Nardini was a bit more powerful, a bit more of a strength threat or a striking threat, then Norman Parke wouldn't be able to come forward with single shots. He'd have to come forward with combinations and connect with combinations. But as it is, he's thrown single shots, 2-punch combinations, 3-punch combinations, and he's able just to pick Nardini off. Nardini just doesn't have an answer.
No, he doesn't have an answer. And Parke, oh, big left again. That rocked Nardini. Stays in good position, though, Nardini. He's resilient.
Opened up with the right hook around the corner. Now he's got a single leg attempt. Needs to get to his feet, and now have a go.
This is closer drops, but he just couldn't quite hold on.
Looked to me to be trying to pull the single leg X guard. It'd be very nice to see in an MMA match, but Norman Parke too wide to it, got his leg out of there nice and quick.
And Parke again lands with the lead right hand. Another straight left. Tries the head kick.
Nardini more success that time with the single leg. Almost got the takedown. I think he needs to go in there again and maybe take a chance.
Big left.
He's just getting beaten up on the feet here. He needs to make sure that he needs to drop down. He needs to get this fight to the mat. Even if it means getting onto his back, I think, you know, he probably feels he's dangerous enough off his back as a black belt that maybe he can do some damage.
It's got to give him more opportunity than what's happening at the moment, because there are no marks in Parke's face at all, or legs.
No. He's having it all his own way on the feet.
Well, the only thing you might say, though, from a Parke perspective is he likes to finish. He is an exciting fighter. He's aware that right now, this fight isn't over, and it's getting towards the end of the second. So the only thing maybe is that if he pushes a wee bit too much, it could give Nardini a chance, because you can be certain in the third round Parke will want to finish this fight. He will not be happy with just a decision victory.
No, definitely not. I mean, there's the 10-second clapper. Again, Parke does the same as he did in the first round, drops his hand. Blood on the face of Marcus Nardini, dripping down onto his body, and I think that's pretty indicative of the way the fight has gone.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. I mean, it's really a nice display from Parke of not just the skills that he has on the feet, but also the skill in being able to stay out of any danger, about it risk. And at the moment, I mean, he really is having it all his own way.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we spoke about how exciting Norman Parke is as a fighter, but for me, this is more of a professional performance. He respects Nardini's skill on the ground. He respects the fact that he's a jiu-jitsu black belt, comes out of a notorious gym, you know, and I think he's just doing what he has to do to win at the moment. Whether he goes for a finish or not in the third round, I don't think he needs to take the chance. I mean, he's 2 rounds to 0 up. If I were
well, George St. Pierre never does he? And everyone calls him one of the greatest there's ever been.
Well, that's it. I mean, there's a time to finish. There's a time to entertain the crowd, and maybe in your first fight back after 14 months, there's a time to be professional and just close it out.
It's a very good point, Barry. Well, let's see what happens. Third and final round.
The big question is, where does Nardini go from here? I mean, he's had every takedown attempt stuffed.
He's got to push forward as he's trying to do now, but then he's going to get hit, which he did. Well, he's got a takedown almost. Not quite.
Great scramble defense there from Norman Parke. That's how you do it.
But Nardini pushing forward. He's bringing the action to Parke. This is great to see. He's a very game fighter. Again for the single.
Definitely, you can't fault this
is his best
energy.
chance yet, but not quite. But Nardini just pushing forward. This is a great display of heart from him.
Definitely, he's bringing a lot to this third round already. In the early stages, Norman Parke not taking any risks, just happy to stand off, use that jab. And Nardini again.
Well, you could maybe say about Parke as well in the punches. It's 1-2 combinations. There haven't been flurries. There haven't been those punches and bunches, which, of course, puts him in range of Nardini, but it would be nice to see him throw a few more.
Yeah, it'd be nice for the crowd, but like I say, there's a time for that, and there's a time just to close it out. And Nardini that time didn't wait for the referee to step in, so Norman Parke is quite entitled to swing, quite entitled to hit him.
Yep, this is a fight, not a tickling contest, as I've said before.
You want to stand up, you got to make sure the referee stands between you and him and lets you up. Other than that, protect yourself at all times.
That's right. Oh, again. Swinging right hook, didn't quite land flush.
No, connected just a little bit on the shoulder, but like I say, he's not really committing to it. He's kind of throwing it from outside. And
yeah.
Now Nardini goes for another takedown attempt. Parke stuffs it again. Story of the third round so far. Again, though, you have to admire Nardini. He spent a good 2 rounds here getting kicked and punched, and he's still looking for those takedowns. He's still looking to try and get the fight to the mat, looking to get a finish.
Yeah, he's, like we said before, great heart, game fighter, sticking to what he wants to do, which is take it down. Just unfortunately for him, having absolutely no success. And
again, great sprawl this time.
It almost feels a little bit like when St. Pierre beat Josh Koscheck, just keeping him on the outside, jabbing, punching, beating him up essentially.
Yeah, not a great one for the neutrals to watch, but I'm sure Norman Parke's fans would be plenty pleased with the win. And like I say, the crowd's starting to get behind him here now. They want to see a finish.
They want to see a finish, of course they do. Will Norman step in a little bit more?
I'm sure the crowd would like to see it, but like I say, after 14 months out, maybe this is the time to just close it out. Big sprawl, and Nardini with that sort of unorthodox roll through, looking to snag him in the guard. Yeah, maybe not the greatest of fights for the neutrals, maybe not the greatest of fights for the spectators here tonight, but, you know, I suppose what Norman Parke and his crew would say is that, you know, the Norman Parke train just keeps chugging along.
Yeah.
Rack up a win. Don't have to win them all by crazy submissions or super knockouts.
Well, it is a sign of maturity. I mean, it's what we talked about at the start, that Parke has a plan. He wants to get right to the top, and his plan is to win each fight. He'd love to do it by a finish, by TKO or a knockout, but he respects Nardini and his ability that he brings to this fight, so he's executing a game plan that makes him win all 3 rounds decisively and lift the title. You can't really fault that, can you?
No, I mean, you know, ultimately, when Norman Parke's getting if assuming Nardini doesn't pull something out of the bag late on in this round, when that belt is being tied around his waist, I don't think Norman Parke will care too much how he won it.
Oh, Nardini almost got through, and Nardini really throwing caution to the wind now.
Yeah,
not long to go.
Norman Parke has to be careful. You know, a fighter like this, he's always dangerous. You can't afford to back off too much. If a guy's coming out and swinging, he's always got that puncher's chance. And Max Nardini knows he's lost this fight on the cards, so he needs to finish. Norman Parke has to be really, really careful. I've seen it a lot of times before. This guy gets clipped in the last round by just playing safe. Something that's worth saying as well is people watching at home, people watching here, they might not be impressed by the level of the performance. They might not be looking at it and saying this is an exciting fight. But ultimately on the card, it will say Norman Parke, winner. It'll say lightweight champion. Yeah, that's it. And nobody will remember this.
Well, I
just remember that he's a title holder.
Well, I think it's an impressive fight in many ways, though, Barry, just from exactly what we said about sticking to the game plan, doing what you need to do professionally, win all 3 rounds and win a title. And you know, it is that, so, you know, we see it in UFC, as I said, with the George St. Pierre thing.
Well, now Norman Parke showboating a little bit, dropping his hands down.
Just knows
going
that
through
the
a little
fight is over and he's won the title.
A little array of tricks. 3 rounds to nil, fairly clearly on in favour of Norman Parke. A really professional performance. We spoke about it just before the end of the 3rd round. Just closed out the fight.
And it's fair to say that Cage Contender has a new lightweight champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges score this bout 30-27, 30-26, and 30-26 for your winner by unanimous decision and new Cage Contender lightweight champion, fighting out of the blue corner, Stormin' Norman Parke. And presenting the championship belt to Norman Parke this evening is the fighting pride of Belfast, the current WBA super middleweight champion of the world, Brian McGee.
Norman Parke, Cage Contender lightweight champion. You've been 14 months away. How does it feel to be back, to win, and to get the gold around your waist?
Definitely a great feeling. Like, you know, it's been the last 14 months have been quite emotional, like with injuries and stuff like that there. But I'm just happy to be back in here competing. Like, so it's all good. Like,
you have got phenomenal support here tonight. There's loads of people have come down to follow you. How does it feel like to do it for them?
Oh, it means the world to me. You know, with the support, like the much backing I have in my town and Ballymena as well. It's unbelievable. It's a great feeling, great buzz. Like.
Now, you fought a very smart game plan against Marcus. You know he's an excellent BJJ fighter. You stayed away from him. You executed it perfectly. Are you slightly disappointed you weren't able to get the finish?
Oh, you know, it's good to finish fights, but, you know, I'm just happy to get the win, to be honest. Like, I was due to fight Miles, and that sort of fell through, so whenever I heard I was fighting Marcus, and I thank him for stepping up to the plate, and thanks to John for setting up as well, but, you know, just had to change a few wee things in training, and just plan was just to stand and strike and stuff the takedown, and it seemed to work, so happy days.
It certainly did work very well ahead on all the judges' scorecards. Fans loved watching you. But what's next for Norman Parke? Where can we see you in the future?
Well, my aim is only really to go to the top. My next goal, my first goal was to achieve this belt, and then after that there I want to be straight to the UFC. Like, that's my next goal, so, and I'm sure like a lot of people agree as well, so that's my next plan. Like.
What do you think, fans? Do you think you'd like to see Norman Parke in the UFC? John Ferguson, how do we make that happen?
If the UFC are watching, come and take him.
Well, absolutely right. He's just won tonight. He's your new Cage Contender lightweight champion.